Hello everyone, I am Deborah and welcome back to my channel. And for those that are joining me for the first time, welcome. And I pray that you will continue to join me in the future. Now today's video is a very impromptu video as a follow-up to a video that I posted just a few days ago about quitting YouTube. So to give you guys a broader picture of my story, just wanted to come to you again and tell you all how I came to the point where I wanted to start YouTube in the first place and some of the challenges I faced along the way. So my story is that I started watching YouTube about 8 years ago, and then it was all about finding some answers to returning to natural. I had been doing relaxers in my hair since I was a young child. I had gotten to the point where my hair was not doing that well, wanted to quit relaxers. And y'all, literally, that's what I thought that I was doing, was quitting relaxers to give my hair a break, not knowing that this whole returning to natural was a whole big thing. So I started watching YouTube and I quickly learned that that is exactly what it was. And I just got so engrossed in all the YouTubers out there, all the influencers out there, all the videos out there. And it was just amazing to me that all these people out there were putting together these videos, giving their opinions, giving, their stories, their progress, their challenges, their successes, their failures. And it was just fascinating to me that we could all connect with each other regardless of where we were in the world. Just absolutely amazed me. And of course, becoming a observer of YouTube, some point I felt like, hey, this is something that I would love to do as well. I've got a voice, I've got a perspective, I got an opinion, have experienced a lot of life. I've got something to say, which is the reason why I came up with this the name for my particular channel, and thought about it for a good solid 2 years before I did anything about it. So my why was, after having, again, lived so many years in helping to fulfill other people's dreams, which, if you think about it, guys, that's exactly what you're doing if you're working a 9 to 5. You are actually fulfilling somebody else's dream. You are actually helping them achieve that American dream and pushing them closer and closer to a sweet retirement, while you go in and you punch that clock and do your time. And then at the end of it, you've got a little bit of money in the bank that you can afford to pay your bills, and that's the extent of it. So again, my why was, I wanted something completely and uniquely that was mine, without having somebody else dictate what it was going to be, look like, sound like, feel like. It was going to be all about me. So leading up to the end of last year, 2019, I made a firm decision that I was going to definitely launch my YouTube channel at the beginning of 2020. So I took out that paper, I started making plans, I started doing, shifted my focus on YouTube. Instead of doing natural hair videos, I started looking at how to become a YouTuber videos, the tools, the techniques, everything that I needed in order to launch this channel, and I committed it to paper. Then at the end of 2019, I asked for something that I already knew that I was worthy of having. You've heard that expression before, closed mouths don't get fed. Well, that's exactly where I was. So I asked, and I was turned down. And I was turned down not because I wasn't worthy of what I was asking for, but I was turned down because if this individual had given me what I asked for and what I was worthy of, then what that meant in turn was that they would be taking away from their better quality of life and their ability to live a better life. So in essence, someone was putting a cap on what they felt that my quality of life should be, regardless of how hard I worked. The end result was, no, you can't have it. And when that happened, for me, it was just like throwing kerosene on the flame that I had already lit, because again, my passion had become starting this YouTube channel, so the flame was lit. And when I was told no, it was like they had given me kerosene and it just ignited that flame. So guys, when I ever get to a point where I feel like I don't want to, or I don't feel like ... YouTube, I remember that moment in time in my life where someone else was going to dictate what my standard, what my quality of life was going to be according to their standards. That is my why. So I sit here and I talk to myself and in the hopes that what I have to say will reach somebody out there that needs to hear what I have to say. And there is another expression, iron sharpens iron. So maybe my experience can help you and maybe yours can help me. And that's why we do what we do. So you guys, anytime you reach that point where you do in fact feel like you want to throw in that towel and you question yourself or you doubt yourself, you're asking, well, why did I think that I could make something out of this YouTube thing? This really isn't for me. If you ever reach that point, go back to your why and remember what it was or who it was that handed you that kerosene in the first place that ignited your flame. And I would love to hear from each and every one of you as far as who exactly that was. Please do leave your comments below. I would love to hear from each and every one of you. And everyone, I hope that what I had to say did in fact reach some of you, one of you, 10 of you, 1,000 of you. And if you did in fact enjoy this video, please do give it a thumbs up and please do share. And again, I would love if you would become part of my YouTube family by pressing that subscribe button below. And everyone, please remember to remain safe, healthy, and encouraged. And until we meet again, keep growing, keep thriving, and keep pushing those boundaries. And I will see you all real soon on my next I've Got Something to Say too. Thank you all so very much for watching, and I'll see you soon.